Hey, Mike with CoachMikeMcDonald.com here. In today's video, I'll be diving into why your email marketing strategy is failing to grow your pest control business. So let's get into it. So here's the thing. If your open rates are tanking, I know exactly what you're probably going to do to try and fix it, but the reality is it probably won't work. You see, most pest control business owners tend to test things like changing the copy around, trying punchier subject lines, adding emojis to subject lines, and trying various A/B tests to see what kind of discount offer is going to get the most engagement. But one key thing to really understand is that if your emails aren't getting opened, you don't have a content problem, you probably have a signal problem. Because most pest control business owners tend to think that marketing is really all about getting your voice heard and yelling the loudest, but it's not. It's really about listening to the signals that your customers are already sending you and adapting your marketing strategy accordingly. And so in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can stop blasting generic emails and start building a marketing engine that can tell you exactly who to contact, when to contact them, and most importantly, what to say to them to get them to book new appointments for your pest control business. So let's get into it. I'm sure we've all seen the batch and blast strategy in full effect these days, where you maybe write one newsletter and you put spring pest control tips in the subject line, and you just simply hit send to your entire list of 2,000 people. But unfortunately, you don't tend to see as many conversions as you think you should when you follow this strategy. But really think about the people that are on this list. There's a lot of different homeowner types experiencing different phases of potential pest control issues. And so you need to mirror your strategy according to that. So, for example, maybe you have a homeowner that clicked a link on your last email and viewed your termite removal services page. They're definitely concerned about termite issues. But then you have another person that's opened your last six emails and never bought anything. And you have another person that hasn't opened an email in months and probably forgot your company even existed. And so when you send them all the exact same email, you're really just wasting your time and you're training people to ignore your business. So as an example, when this high intent termite interest customer gets a generic tip or email about spiders, they really don't care. And when the person that's already unengaged gets another email on something they don't care about, the likelihood they hit unsubscribe skyrockets. And when you're not paying attention to the data like this, you're really sabotaging the growth of your pest control business. And you see, if you really want to build a demand gen engine, you have to understand the difference between these demographics and behaviors and how to adjust your engine accordingly. Because you see, most teams segment their list by demographics. So, for example, they're only sending it to people in specific zip codes, or they only send it to homeowners with homes of a certain square footage. And that's fine, but it's really the bare minimum you want to start with. Because this type of demographic segmentation only really tells you who they are, but really tells you nothing about what they actually want and how to market to them effectively. And this is where it's important to tap into behavioral signals because they really tell you the full story. So, for example, one signal might be what specific button did they click on your website? Were they requesting a quote in general? Were they interested in specific pest issues? Those are the types of things you want to dig into. The second signal is focused on how much content are they consuming on your site. So for example, did they watch more than 50% of a video talking about mosquito prevention? That could be a great way to segment your list and send out content related to that issue. The third type of signal is focused around buying intent. So are they doing things like abandoning a cart? Are they visiting your pricing page but not following through on getting an estimate? Various things like that. And the key thing to understand is that when you prioritize segmenting on behavior, you really stop guessing what stage the buyer is actually in. And this allows you to start writing content that's more effective and that can drive more conversions from your email marketing strategy. Now, the third part of this process is actually implementing this signal engine. And so this might get a little bit technical, but these are some of the steps you can use to start building this into your business to increase results right away. The first type of signal you want to implement is the high buying intent alert. And so again, this could be something like someone visiting your pricing page or your service agreement page multiple times in a short time window. When this type of event happens, you should trigger an event in your CRM that can send a task to one of your sales reps to reach out to that person. And again, this might be a phone call, making it a little bit more personal. It could be something like sending a text message. It could be an email, but again, a lot of people miss those. So often you want to combine this high intent alert with a more aggressive strategy of outreach, something like a phone call or a text. The second thing you want to implement in your engine is the abandoned quote workflow. And so this workflow is really focused around optimizing people that almost made that buying decision and almost made that estimate request, but abandoned partway through. And so the process behind this is doing something like waiting 30 minutes after someone has attempted to request a quote but didn't fully get through it, or again, visited that page multiple times but never made a submission. And you could send out an automated email with a message of something like, hey, we noticed you filled out an estimate request for our services. Did you have a specific question on pricing or availability that we could answer? We'd love to see how we could help. This is a great process to implement because it can help you capture those distracted visitors that didn't make that fully committed step of filling out the form before they move on to your competitor. The third type of workflow you want to implement is the engagement scrubber. One thing to keep in mind is that you don't want to keep pestering and hounding people that don't actually want to hear from you, because this hurts your deliverability score. And if you don't follow this process, it can end up getting your email sent to the promotions or even the spam folder if it happens too much. So, as an example, if someone hasn't opened an email from you in the last 120 days, you probably want to put them in some type of win back campaign or re engagement campaign to get them back in the system, receiving and opening your emails. And if they don't engage with this win back or re engagement campaign, you want to stop emailing them and remove them from your list. And keeping your list clean is very important because the more content you send out that's not engaged with or is labeled as spam, the more likely your messages are going to end up permanently in that promotions or spam folder. And this makes it much harder to reach the people that are actually interested in what you have to offer. The next step is to focus around having the right mindset around always selling. And I know it sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but more often than not, people are focused way too much on making the sale rather than building value with your customer and leading them into the sale when the timing is right. And so you really want to look at your email marketing strategy as a means to nurture potential customers into becoming hot leads that are ready to buy. And understanding where someone's at in the buyer journey and making the right offers at the right time is a huge part of doing this successfully. And you see, when you start looking at tracking signals, you're essentially listening to every customer at scale and customizing their journey accordingly. So instead of shouting into the void the various discounts you're offering right now, you're actually having more of a conversation with someone and guiding them into the sale based on where they're at. And this is why making that shift from focusing only on demographics as a means of segmentation for your list to focusing on behavioral signals is so effective. Not only will your open rates improve, but your close rates will as well. And it'll help you turn from just a pest control company into a company that really understands what your customer needs and exactly when they need it. So again, stop marketing by zip codes and demographics alone and start marketing to human behavior, and make this shift, as it can really help you skyrocket your results and be more effective with your email marketing strategy to grow your pest control business. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you using these segmentation strategies yet? Is email marketing one of your best marketing channels for your business, or are others outperforming it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you did need more high quality leads for your pest control business, become a partner of ours. We've been partnering with pest control companies around the country, helping them generate more high quality targeted leads for their business exclusive to their service area. So if you did want to take advantage of that and generate more quality leads for your business on autopilot, become a partner of ours, and I'll have a link in the description below where you can learn more about that. But if you like this video as well, be sure to hit that like button, as it really helps out the channel. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new videos we put out. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.